Right, NEC MCL 2025. I'm afraid to say, feels like I'm back in Scotland. The traffic down was terrible, all to do with HS2, but we've made it about an hour and a half late, so let's go and see what all the fuss is about. You wet? Ah, right. So here we are, and it's going to be a wet one. So we've ended up having to go all the way around and in to come up to where we need to be, but that is what it is, really. How's it going? Right, so we've made it. Motorcycle live. Looked like I've been in a car accident, to be honest with you. I've got milkshake here, coffee all down here. So the priority is to get myself a t-shirt so I don't look like a tramp any more than I already do. So the idea of today is just to really have a look at what is going to be the big hitters in 2026. Personally, I want to look at Honda, Triumph, Harley Davidson, Indian, and I want to look at some of the Chinese stuff as well, some of the smaller stuff, Royal Enfield, that sort of a thing as well. So Harley Davidson Adventure Bike Range, Pan America. Sort of a matte blue. Really nice finish is that. I was never sure about these bikes, but see, to be honest with you, I'm warming a little bit to them. And this one here is fully kitted up, front lights. And I never ever understand how you get into a market that you don't dominate or you haven't got. And I don't know if this would be the bike to dominate it or bring it into the market. A lot of people weren't happy with the front. I'm actually quite warming to it. Although it does look like one of those little shoots you get on holiday, you know, at the pool with the overspill of water. You won't be able to unsee it now, will you? But
yeah, I always try to design the stand to have like a real different personality every year.
I mean, my only criticism of these, and anybody that's buying a bike, if you bought this for, let's say, where are we? So you're looking at nearly £19,000. Guarantee in a year you'll pick it up for about 8, 9. And that's the tragedy of it. You could just wait. And these are the STs. So the STs are about 19 grand as well. As I say, this matte, they've got this matte blue finish, which is really nice. Lower settings, but if I remember right, you can actually lower it. But again, if you're paying 19 grand for something like this, and then you look at the Himalayan, you can get just as much bike for a fraction of the price. I think two quite big lads there, and they don't look out of place at all, really. Still, jury's out on it. Jury's out. I just think if they were a little bit, well, I say this quite a lot, but if they were a little bit cheaper, and I say that with BMW, the Multistrada, this, I think they'd open the market straight up for your adventure bike market. But again, it's all about price point and getting people in. You're not going to get a 20-year-old or 25-year-old in on a bike like this at 20 grand that then devalues in a year. You may as well jump on a Royal Enfield and pay what, 6.5, 7, fully kitted out. Really is a no-brainer. And you're getting factory warranty and stuff like that with as well. Ready? Yeah, it's nice. I actually quite like the lines on this. Really nice. Setup's quite nice. TFT screen's decent. I think I might go and test ride one of these. I don't know if it's enough for me to buy it, but I might test ride one. Yeah. The lines are very clean on it. Nice big tank. Setup's nice. A decent TFT screen. Just think the price point kills it. So if you're going to be spending 20 grand on something like this, you're going to go for a GS or a Triumph. Anyway, on to the next. My only problem with the sort of a mid-range bikes, and I'll take BSA and take Royal Enfield out of it. Do you know when you were a kid and, like, say the Commodore Amiga was out, or the PlayStation or whatever was out, but your mum and dad couldn't afford the PlayStation? There's no criticism there. And then what they'd do is they'd get you the Chinese equivalent, you know, the one that was backed up with 50 games and you could load it any time and it was £150 cheaper. That's kind of where you're at with, I think, with these bikes, with some of them, you know, your Benellis and your Bendas and Heroes and Kiwi and stuff like that. It's almost like you want to have a Triumph, a Vogue. You want to have the Triumph, you need it, looks good, pay that premium for it, and these guys are giving it away. And you know, nothing to do with the product. I'm sure the product is great, it's just the look. For me, the look looks like, it looks like that PlayStation that's not the PlayStation, you know. So the interesting thing will be to get out and try some of these, you know, the Benda and stuff. I know people are on about the name. I think that's genius here. I think that's absolutely genius because it makes people go to it. Yeah. So that's my general thoughts on the kind of low price, mid price. Sorry, bud. Bikes. I think the Chinese market's taking over, and it's great. They've got to get in there and the be in there, and it is bringing other people into biking because it is something that's solely missing. You know, people just don't have the interest in it. But like I say, I just sometimes think they just look a bit cheap. Whereas you don't get that with BSA, and you don't get that with Royal Enfield. The finish, the lines, the poetry, and some of the stuff that they do is amazing for the price. And yet, they make that sort of stuff, and they're still not up there with the likes of BMW, Triumph. So it's very strange if somebody can crack the nut in the motorbike world to get young people on the road. Here we have the Royal Enfield, which are just taking over the market really, or they should be taking over the market, let's be honest. 4,719 pounds. The Go-In Classic 350, and the detail, the level of detail, it's fantastic. I know Freddie Dobbs covered this in his video. I think he test rode one, didn't he, for a couple of weeks, but it's just absolutely stunning. And this is the difference between these and BSA. I know the engine is lower in some of them, but for this, it's a 350. And this is like the aluminium finish or a steel finish. Absolutely stunning. Popped out at the back. Got plenty of places to put your luggage. Centre stand, side stand of course. Even the wheels, look at the way the white wall tyres, I don't agree with white wall tyres, but white wall tyres and your orange rims are fantastic. This is the Royal Enfield Himalayan. Actually, see what it says here. I think these are about 6 on the road. Something like that. Doesn't tell you what it is. Yeah. Fantastic bike. Really good bike. Good lines on it as well. Takes a lot of style to pull them off, I think. Yeah. Good adventure bike. No, I'm alright. Thank you. Cheers. I think we've done the GS today. The F900. And everybody's getting excited about this. The 450, which is right. Actually, if you look at
Sorry.
So busy. So you've got the 450, the 800, 900. And then your GS is at the top end. Your big GS is at the top. Amazing turnout, really. Absolutely fantastic turnout. GS Adventure. So what a range you've got, really. Absolutely fantastic. 1300, you've got your 900, your 800. So you've got it ranging from 20 grand, 12, well 15, 15, the one in the middle is not counted. And then you've got 14. And then you've got your mid-level. And again, set for your TAT roads. So this model's 7,760. USB-C, heated grips, DPC. dynamic brake light, everything you need for off-roading. 48 brake horsepower. Obviously comes in a variety of colours, but again, this is the market that these guys own, this is the market that they've got. And these are the new Nortons that were premiered. Only 8% battery left. But these were the new Nortons that were premiered over in Italy a couple of weeks ago, I think. So you've got the Atlas, and again, an adventure bit. I've got footage of it earlier. You get the Atlas, which is the adventure bike. Obviously competing with the likes of BMW, Suzuki, Yamaha, Honda, and then you've got the Manx and the Manx R, and these are futuristic lines, profiles. These have got everything and a lot of money as well. I'll just switch the camera around. So that's your naked bike. And then you've got the R. I just wonder if that
The handlebars are higher.
and the TT. Like, just have a look at that. Five sides. Acoustic check. Brembo brakes. Look at the single swing arm on the back end. Carbon fibre wheels. No price on them yet. I like this touch as well with the first edition. Really nice. If money was no object, I think that's the bike to have. Or one of.